Team Zulu here, Land Monster. Um, I know it's been a minute. Your boy's been going through hell and high water, and I told myself this week that I would spend the time and get on here on this live and just speak and talk my mind. Uh, Currently, if y'all were ever on my page and look at some of my old videos, I was going through a divorce and been going through a divorce, so it kind of like took the sail and wind out of my sails to do videos and broke my spirit a bit to do videos. And it's it's come to my realization that I need to, maybe for therapeutic even reasons, to come back on here and just talk with the people, talk with the world, get myself back out here again. Um, if you can see from the title in the video, I work a county job out here, and I was trying to go to school for aviation mechanics, and I just couldn't. Between, like, I have like an hour and a half drive to home and back, going to school, work, just I could not focus on my books. So for you to see, I'm not full of shit. I'm still riding around with the books, aviation mechanics. I was trying. I was past the math portion and stuff like that, past the math portion and stuff like that, but I failed out. And that kind of hurt me too, because I was trying to do something more, because those jobs pay like 85,000 to $100,000 a year. So if you're smart enough, that's the route to go. I would tell anybody. But it's crazy to see that now in the state of Florida, you need to make $100,000 a year to get by, survival. Not even like living lavish, or not just to pay the rent, the insurance, the light bill, the water, internet, vehicle cost. It's $100,000 a year, man. Oh man, I can't say I didn't know this was coming, but I didn't know that, like, because I was trying to prepare for it. I was trying to, if you go back through some of my videos, I was trying to prepare for this situation. I was trying to, hey, what's good? I was trying to put money away, and that's the whole reason behind my divorce too. Is I told her, let's pay off the vehicles. I paid off all the vehicles. I paid off this truck. What's good? I paid off this vehicle. I was putting money away, and she just didn't want to, like, she didn't want, how would I say? She didn't want to put money away to buy duplexes. So my plan was to buy duplexes. I borrowed some money, borrowed like 90K, 100K from the bank off a HELOC. And my plan, I paid off this truck, I paid off a Challenger, paid off a motorcycle. Like, I was just killing it, knocking stuff out. And my goal was for us to take the money, because look, if you pay off the vehicle, right, there was a monthly payment that you were making. Appreciate for the sub. There's a monthly payment that I was making on this truck. I think it was like $400 a month. So if I pay it off with the HELOC, I can take that $400 a month, roll it into my HELOC. And now, but the thing with the HELOC is, now next 2 months, there's $1,400 worth of credit available that you can pull from. So you can use that money to go do a deal, buy a house, you buy another house or buy a duplex, get rental property. And then the rental property was going to be used to, literally, I was just trying to build equity and get rental income and cash flow, and she wasn't trying to hear that. So it blew up, and she called the police on me and all, and this and that. But it's crazy that I think at this point right now, you got a roommate up. You got to either family up in the same house. You got to, whatever, like, the culture to watch is the Latinos, the Spanish people, the Spaniards, Cubans, Mexicans, anybody who, they've been in the struggle. What's good? What's good? Uh, they've been in the struggle for so long that they know how to achieve with nothing, man. They can turn lake water into wine. You know what I mean? They can, just the cultures that have been like through the struggle. You should copy their tactics, copy whatever, you know, how they operate, how they live together, you know, and I don't think it's going down. I think before you know it, it's going to take 150K to live in Florida. You know what I mean? Like I really do. I think it's going to be 150K, you know, and I don't know how, what it, like for me, I think, well, I got my Jamaican passport recently. I got my Jamaican citizenship. I got my Jamaican passport. My kids are like 15 and 13. I already told them boys I'm gonna wait till they're in out of high school, 19, 20, somewhere around there. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm either gonna be in Jamaica or I'm gonna be in Colombia. If you see some of my videos in the past, man, I'm usually in Colombia, or I'm usually in Jamaica visiting family, or I'm in Colombia turning up with some of the homies, or what, you know, A or B. But I think if you have any type of like way that you can survive, please leave it in the comments. If you're using certain credit cards, if you're putting money away, if you're hoarding like silver and gold, if you're hoarding your pennies and dimes and quarters and nickels just to help pay bills, or even invest in dividend stocks, or whatever you're doing to survive, please leave it in the comments. Leave me some tips or hints or whatever that you're doing um to make it, because I'm out here in Florida, Southwest Florida, and I'm telling you, bro, it's, at one point I was working my county job, my day job, and a hospital job before I tried going to school. You see what I'm saying? And I went to school on my GI Bill through the army and shit like that. So like, you know, the school was paid for by the GI Bill and everything like that. So I just don't think it's gonna get any cheaper than this 100,000 a year. And a family of four, I think they said is 189. 189,000 is needed for a family of four. So it's, I don't think it's gonna get any better. The only thing I can tell you to do is be like Noah's Ark and circle the wagons. Figure out the best way of survival for you and your loved ones, and just do the best you can. All right. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Nothing but love. Um, I am going to have to just come on here on a daily basis and just put out some information, talk, leave me some. If you need something in the comments, or you have a question in the comments, leave a question that you have, because man, I've been around the world a little bit. I did security. I've done credit repair. I've done my credit repair. You know, multiple different things. So just, if you got any questions for me, leave it in the comments, or if you got any wisdom, leave it in the comments. All right. I appreciate y'all. God bless. Thank you for giving me the time of day. All right. Peace out.